Hi there. Today we're doing this problem. What is the area of the shaded sector of the circle shown in the figure above? So the first thing we can do is kind of a conceptual overview of what this is asking us. So they give us this diagram of this circle, and they give us an angle, and so we think, okay, this probably has something to do with geometry. More specifically, what they're specifically asking for, what we don't know, is what is the area? So we're looking for area, and it says the area of the shaded sector. So these two buzzwords here, area and sector, key us into the fact, okay, this has to do with sector area. And the thing with sector area is there's this nice, neat formula that can tell us about it. So the formula for it is alpha, which is our central angle, divided by 360 degrees, times pi, times r, which is our radius squared. That gives us our sector area. And this is great as a nice, neat formula, but I want to help you try to understand more deeply what it actually means. So we know that this right here is the formula for the area of a circle. So whatever our radius is, we square it and multiply it by pi, and that'll give us the area of our circle. So this right here is a proportion. So what that means is that this tells us the proportion of our central angle to our whole circle. So let's say our central angle is 90. Then we have 90 over 360, which we know we can reduce down to 1/4. So in other words, this tells us that if we have an angle of 90 degrees, that is 1/4 of the whole circle. Which makes sense, because we know that 90 degrees, 4 of them fit into this circle in a sense, right? So this is really the proportion of a whole circle. So this tells us that the area of a sector is the same as kind of the proportion of the angle to the whole. So that's pretty cool. So let's kind of actually work through our problem now. So we know that our central angle in our specific case is 60 degrees. So alpha equals 60 degrees. So we can use our formula for alpha. So alpha over 360 is 60 over 360. Now we multiply that by pi r squared, and that will give us our area. So what we need now is we need our r. That's kind of our last unknown. So we need to figure out what our radius is. Now, kind of at first glance, we may think, okay, this is 5 right here. So maybe our radius is 5. But we need to look a little closer and see that our center is actually at -1. So really, our radius is 6. And we can confirm that just by counting out from the center to the other points along the circle. So our r is 6. So our formula gives us 60 over 360 times pi times 6 squared. So we can simplify this. Now we know that 60 over 360 can simplify down to 1/6. Another way to think about that is 60 goes into 360 6 times. So the proportion of our sector to the whole is 1/6. And now we multiply that by 36 pi, because 6 squared is 36. And now this is equal to 36 divided by 6, which is 6 pi. So that gives us our answer right there using our formula. And so we go through, we see that our answer is B, 6 pi. Now, we can look at kind of our key takeaways over here. What are kind of the main things to draw? So the first thing is that we have this formula for sector area, which we know is alpha over 360 times pi r squared. But deeper than that, we know the reason why this formula works is because this thing is the proportion of our sector to the whole. And so when we multiply that proportion times the area, we get the proportion of the total area that our sector is taking up in a sense. And that's why we are able to find the area using that formula. So let's say you and a group of friends order a pizza, but they forget to cut it up. And everybody's like, how are we going to split up this pizza? What you can do is you can take out your angle measure, and let's say you have 8 people. You know, I just need 1/8 of the total degrees, so 1/8 of 360. And so you can set it to 45, cut up 8 equal pieces of pizza, and everybody will be happy. And that's our problem. Thanks so much.